Good evening, family, and welcome to Real Life Homestead. Today I'm going to show you how we took the tomato plants, suckers, and how we took those and planted them in the ground, and they're starting to produce their own plants. You can take one tomato plant, and you can produce many plants from that one plant. And that's what we're doing today. We're also watering the plants heavy, drenching them with water because they had a drought. The bags are very difficult to retain water. So what I did was I split the bottoms open to open them up so that the root system can go in the ground. That way it won't stunt the plant from striving for water. As I turn my camera around, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. The suckers. The suckers are the plants that grow between the leaf and the stem. This is a sucker. Some of them we've let them grow, or they've grown to become large plants. And so with those, I simply cut them off with a sharp razor blade. And as you see here, here's one I did 2 weeks ago. As you see, it's done took root and it's growing nice and healthy. This is another one that we did 2 weeks ago, right here. And this is another one that we did 2 weeks ago. All of these sucker plants, we pull from the main plants over here on this side here, and we put them in the ground. Today, I'll take a couple more of these plants as you see here. I drilled a hole about 1.5 feet deep, and we put them in the ground. They look like they're dead, they limp. Yes, they limp. I'm about to take some string and tie them up. But as you see here, the plants will eventually, they'll eventually take root, and they'll grow to be nice, healthy plants. So you can take one tomato plant and grow a whole lot of plants from that one, just by pulling the suckers. And let me show you some more examples of what I'm talking about. Here's one right here. See that? That's a sucker plant. It's between the main leaf stem, the main stem, and this leaf. It's the one in the middle. I usually let mine get a little bigger before I pull them, but I just take them here, slice them, stick them in the ground. A lot of people put them in water first. Here's a long one right here. See this one? How long it is? On that plant, how it's growing real tall, that can be cut right off. But that's what we're doing. Here's another one on this heirloom brandywine. It's right here between the leaves and the plant. It's long. See how I go all the way up to the top? But I'm not gonna mess with that one because it's already pretty stabilized on that plant. But that's what we're doing. We're pulling these plants, the suckers off, and replanting them. Here's some more in between. I just put in the ground right there in between that plant and right here. See, this one already like it's dying. That's how it look when you first put them in the ground. But trust me, 2 or 3, 4 days later, they'll take root and they'll rise up with new leaves like they've never been cut. But that's the initial shock. Same way with this one. I took this big plant right here and I did the same thing. Those nodules right there that you see are roots and they'll grow. Also, let me show you something else. Because we've been having very high humidity and the plants have not been able to come out of the root system, the plants right here will start growing roots right here to collect moisture from the air. They'll start doing that. I had one that was real noticeable right here. See? That plant is starting to grow the roots to kind of catch the echo. We had very high moisture. And so because of that, the plant grows roots to capture the moisture, also being bound. So what I did was I cut the bags at the bottom, opened them up, so that now the root system goes directly into the ground from the bags. So no more limitations. We were able to determine that that was happening based on how leaves are kind of like drooping over. They were dehydrated, but also because of the root system not being able to go deep into the earth, because of the limitations of the bag bottom, we cut the bottoms out the bags also. Part of farming and gardening is identifying problems and issues and solving them. And this is part of the education of the process. And we're learning because we don't want to ruin our plants. We put so much work in them. We put so much time and effort. We grew these plants from seeds in our greenhouse in the house. And we don't want to see them perish because we're not paying attention to them. They're just like babies. They have to be maintained and properly taken care of and have to be watched over. You also have to watch out for bugs and other such things. But this is the process and that we're going through at this point. Usually I never really grew them in bags. I usually put them right in my ground. But, you know, I got tired of the weeds. So what I did was I grew a cover crop, and I didn't till it. I simply just cut the cover crop off. That's why it looks like a lot of straw on the ground, but that's the cover crop that I let go. We also planted some tomatillas. These are tomatillas here, and they will grow to be nice, healthy fruit, vegetables, I mean. And from there, we'll be able to make sauces. My wife loves to make sauces, and I love to eat them. Over here, we planted some beets. You see, they're starting to come up. Over here, we planted some leeks. You start seeing these leeks coming up. Also, because I use a lot of compost, you see a lot of the fruit that we ate that we put in the compost, and it comes up, and I just let it grow. We'll pull them out, just let them exist. You never have too much food. Over here, I got my Sawyer long cucumbers. We put those in, and they've now taken good root, and they're growing. We're gonna have them up on a trellis in no time. My wife put a nice, healthy mulch of rabbit manure and straw from the rabbit houses, and these plants are thriving. I mean thriving. They love the conditions that we produce for them, and we're gonna be blessed to benefit from them. Over here, we got some giant sunflower plants that we put in the ground. And over here, we got Swiss chard growing in the middle. And soon I'm gonna grow some string beans, vine string beans, so they can crawl up these plants. You know what I'm saying? So we can have like multiple use in the space. But this is what we love doing. We could come out here, part of our natural, the way we live. We grow our food, and this is just a natural process of what we do to maintain our food. This garden here is gonna produce food for us all year round. We're gonna take the butternut squash and the different things that we're growing. We're gonna process them through canning, through freezing them. We're gonna put them in the Ziploc bags and take the air out of them, vacuum seal. Sorry, I'm trying to think about the word vacuum seal. We're gonna vacuum seal them, and we're gonna produce food and store it for us for our later use. But as you see, our garden is doing very well. Our homestead is doing very, very, very well. This is my wife's first year. When I met her, she didn't have a green thumb, she said. I was buying her roses and different plants for holidays, just showing her that I love her, and they were dying on her. But now she's out here, away from California, in the country down here, and she's adapting, and she's learning rapidly how to be able to take care of these plants. And she enjoys it quite well, and I enjoy her company because it's good to have someone that has the same interests as you do. And with that, I'm signing off, and we'll produce another video soon. Have a great evening.